Not everything is black or white. This is why we choose to challenge facts and opinions by going straight to the gray area. This is the Great People Podcast.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the Great People Podcast. I'm here with Sean,
Yo.
Reina.
Hello.
Yeah, and we got a special guest, Janet.
Hey, hey.
That's her.
So, Reina, let them know what we're talking about today.
All right. So we're going to talk about proposals, right? Engagements.
Yeah.
And I don't know what exactly.
Yeah, just that. Proposals, right? The different types.
Maybe
and-
like expectations versus reality.
Okay, I like that. So, expectations versus reality. I don't know. What are some of the good things we see out there? Some of the crazy things we see out there? When are people doing the most? All that.
Or not enough.
Or not enough, right? Where are we not seeing enough?
So usually Jan says doing the most. But saying not enough sounds like it hit a little chord with her. It struck a chord.
yeah,
What may have struck on this?
maybe a good place to start the episode would be to talk about the proposals in this room, right? I proposed. Yes. At one point I proposed. At one point Sean proposed, and they look very different.
Well, we're one for one.
And we're-
one for one.
We're
right?
still here.
Exactly. The only time I proposed, I got a yes. The only time you proposed, you got a
I got
yes.
a yes, yeah.
So we're winning, right?
Define winning. I'm just kidding.
Not losing. All right, so let's break it down. So let's start with yours, Sean. Oh, let's talk about your proposal, the story.
okay, we start with mine.
Yeah, let's give people a story.
Oh, all right. Well, there was a flight. There was friends. There was a beach. There was a fountain at the beach.
There was an island.
There was an island. Yeah.
A
All right.
beautiful
The
island.
motherland. But yeah, so pretty much us, a few friends. Actually not just a few. There's actually quite a few of us. I feel as far as like traveling and
Yeah.
whatever. Some of Janet's friends showed up last minute.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Forgot
Randy's
about
like,
that.
No, because
Hey
I remember.
guys, thank you.
yeah. Some of her friends showed up last minute. Obviously, Randy, Raina, Brittany showed up.
And showed out.
She had a
Oh.
very important piece in this whole thing. She was holding the ring,
She
right?
sure did. Yeah. So shout out to Brittany. She was holding the ring. I was like, who is the most intense looking person here? That only weighs 100 pounds. Hey, it's safe for her. So I had a
She
ring.
ROTC.
I had a ring, and I was like, hey, hold this for me. I don't want to accidentally drop it. I might get nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. But we all flew out to Puerto Rico. We had a decent time. Blah, blah, blah. We was all chilling, having a good time. And then the day finally came when we were all gonna we was just all gonna
We
do
were
it.
all
We
gonna
were like,
what?
yeah, because you guys were telling me, yo, today's the day. Everyone's telling me today. I remember Raina's dad actually was like, you got to do it today. And I was like, thanks, guy.
Day one we got there.
Yeah, like he was like, we're gonna do it now at the house, and I was like, no, we're gonna wait.
He said at the house.
Yeah, he was like, aquí en la cocina, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
I was like,
He just
no.
wants to be a part of it.
That is your dad.
He's like, there's a plan here.
Yeah, he's like a la sofa. But yeah, so he was just like the whole time I saw him, he was like, when are you gonna do it? Just let me know when, and I'm ready. And I was like, well, it's gonna be not here.
yeah.
He was
So-
like, she has to be drunk first. Get her drunk.
No, that was Reina's mom. Reina's mom was
Oh.
saying, okay, we gotta get her drinking.
Shout
but-
out to Raina and Randy's mom. Oh no, to Raina's parents. They let us stay there.
And
at
Janet
the
is still
spot.
drinking till this day.
know.
But yeah, so pretty much everyone was telling us to do it. Oh, even Brittany's dad was there too.
Yeah.
And
the
Brittany's sister.
Okay, okay.
And
And
her
the
man.
guy at the time.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either way.
He no longer there.
Oh, okay. So either way, it was it was a lot of us. We were having a good time. I feel like Janet wasn't really expecting it, but then again, at the same time, she might have was expecting it.
Well,
So-
we can just hear from the source. Were you expecting?
No, not at all. I was surprised you had a ring. I was like, oh, yes.
See, so there you go. She wasn't expecting it, and then she was even surprised I had a ring, and not for nothing, it was a nice ring too.
It was.
That string,
I-
the ring's popping. So there we are. We getting drink, we drinking, blah blah. We walking around, and we couldn't find the right spot. I didn't feel right about any of the spots. I'm getting nervous. My palms are getting sweaty, and I was like,
Mom,
"Fuck
Mom,
it."
spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti. So finally we saw a fountain that was really nice. Not a lot of people were there, so we could have it more.
Private.
Just
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the listeners that may know, I'm gonna be a San Juan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my
so
bad.
By, in the Viejo San Juan and Morro, that whole area,
Yeah,
there's
the whole tourist little.
you
area.
go around. There's a little fountain. There's not a
Mhm.
lot of people. There's not a lot of
Drinks
people
are
there.
very
So.
cheap and good, guys.
Yeah.
Good spot. Good
So
spot.
so we went there, and then finally I was like, "Yo, babe," and everyone's like getting ready, and she's like, "What's going on?"
You know what?
I didn't know what was going on.
Remembering when it started going down, I was like, "Oh shit, it's going down." I was like a little out of
Oh yeah, because I told Brittany, I was like, "Give me the ring," and she said, "What?"
right
Okay.
now.
No, I
Like-
just remember I was like sobering up, and I like put my hair up, and Randy was like, "No, Janet, put your hair down. It looks
Oh.
bad." And I was like, "Oh,
I did do that. I remember.
Yo, I appreciate that,
Yes.
Randy. I really do. I
I
appreciate
remember
that.
Janet putting her hair into one of those like buns of like I'm
Oh,
done with
thank
today kind of
God.
bun,
Oh,
and I was like, "Yo, Janet, I
There's
don't
only
think the
two-
bun is working."
yeah. There's only two hairstyles I like: down or pull back like a piggy tail type of thing. That's the only two.
Randy was being a true friend.
No, but I remember I was like, "Oh shit, it's going down," and I was like, "Are we prepared?" I'm like, "I'm not doing shit, but are we prepared?" You know.
Yeah, no, but
Rena, your mom was on it though, because she was like trying to curl my hair. I was like in pain, and then I was like, "Stop!" And then she's like, "Let me braid your hair." So she did like 100 little braids.
Oh,
and
hold
that's
up,
how I
hold up,
slept.
real
When I
quick.
was little.
real quick. So we was all drinking and shit by this, like, but before this,
Yeah,
and we was at that bar where you write, your name or whatever on like the dollars,
dollar bills and put them on the wall.
put them on the wall, and you guys were like, "Do it there."
Everyone
Do it
was like
there.
so
Honestly,
hype, and I was like
Everyone
excited,
was like,
but I
"Oh, do it
didn't
here."
know
And don't get me wrong,
why.
the idea is cool, right? Name, hey, will you marry me? We'll put this on the wall
I would've said
forever.
no.
Whatever.
Really?
And I said that I was like, "Yo, I don't think Janet's gonna like that. It sounds cool, but Janet's not gonna like
And
that."
you only gave me $1 to like put on the wall, like a $1 bill. I
Janet,
was
Well,
like,
shit.
It's not even
You're gonna be
100.
upset if I give you $100 for
He's gonna
free.
leave $100
I
on the
wanted
wall.
5.
At least a 5. I could see that. Yeah,
I
that
was.
makes
I
sense.
still would have no.
But I
Continue,
give you
baby.
a 10. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, so we get there, got on one knee after Brittany, got me that ring. Props to Brittany holding it down, and then she said, "Oh my God, you got a ring!" And I was like, "Will you marry me then, or what? Like, what are we doing here? I've been on my knee for a second." And she's like, "Oh my God, yes." Da, da, da. All right, cool. She kind of cried a little bit. First time I really seen that, and then
There were some tears, there were
boom,
some
you know,
tears.
there
I
we are.
remember
They were
some
Okay,
walking.
good, because I don't remember, but I'm glad I did.
You do remember? Stop playing. Anyways,
I
So-
need to watch this video. They have the video.
so then we're
today.
walking. So then we're walking around, and we're like, "All right, cool," da da da. And she just keeps looking at the ring, and I'm sitting there because I haven't seen the ring on her, and I want to make sure it looks, a little size, got a little
Yeah.
size to it. So
Yeah,
I was like, okay, cool. Is her wrist bending a little bit? Not ain't, it wasn't like
Mm.
that, but it was solid. She kept checking it out, and yeah, we just kept walking, and that night was cool. We got really fucked up.
Yeah.
We went
Oh,
to
you
the
guys went to La
Santurce.
Placita.
Is that what,
La
oh,
Plaza-
Yeah,
La-
well,
La
let's
Plaza
just say this.
we
Santurce.
blacked out over
Let's
there.
just say this. I've never ever seen Janet that messed up.
Let's
And-
just
and
say
thank
it was
God-
good that we was engaged already.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
be
let's say that.
honest.
And I'm glad I was able to contact Randy still because I was pretty fucked up. too.
Randy was in charge of my life. I was sharing my location with him.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I remember just feeling like, yo, this is fucking dumb. Like to an extent, because I was like, yo, La Plaza Santurce, like a lot of shit happens there. Like shit just goes down. People
Yo,
get shot. You
and
know?
there was mad shit going on, and I was still sitting there like, babe, stay next to me. I don't know this place.
And
And-
I kept talking to all these guys that look like you, being like, babe. And then I was like, that's not
Right,
you.
that's not-
Remember?
But I just remember.
I don't
like,
remember that.
I do.
I remember I had your guys' location, and then like Sean hit me up with one of those like texts, like, "Yo, come pick me up," and then the phone died, kind of.
Because we
kinda
were
text.
like in the
Oh, yeah, my
streets.
phone
We were
died.
gone. So we were like in the streets
was so-
walking.
I was like, yo,
and then
I can't
Henny
get
was
back.
throwing up in the
Yeah.
corner too, and she was lost.
Legit, I was going up and down the street, and I was like, "Yo, this shit, that doesn't fucking look good." Some dude driving around up and down the same street.
For real.
Yeah.
That's how you get shot, you know? I was
Oh
like,
yeah, no, I
"Fuck."
hear you.
And
so,
we was out here throwing up in the streets.
No,
and
no,
when I
I
say
was
that, I
not.
say me.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the time I got there, throwing up was done.
I was
which
already
glad.
blacked out by that time, though.
Yeah, she was kind of gone.
No, but it was a good time. So,
And then we wake up early in the morning to go to the beach,
yeah,
Yep.
it was a good time.
and
too.
I don't know
That
how
was
we
a good
made
time,
it.
too.
I don't know how we made it.
I almost didn't go.
Yeah,
So-
Jenna was like, I ain't fucking doing it.
So to kind of recap the whole experience, so
It was good.
we flew to Puerto Rico. You know, had a good like look around the
Slept
tourist
at
area.
Orlando Airport for 10
Yeah,
hours.
exactly. We found a beautiful fountain eventually, or that's where Sean felt the inspiration, and that's where it went down. And then there was tons of parties. So really, really good time. Now, in comparison, right?
You know,
we
on
don't
the-
compare.
On the
we
other
don't
side
compare.
Of the
We don't compare on the show.
All
All
right.
right.
So I guess now I can let me share my story. Let me share the
Well, let's continue this. We will get married eventually.
Yes.
We are still engaged.
Yeah.
Happily engaged.
Happily engaged. I like that. All right. So in terms of a
Thanks.
different approach, a different idea, the way I propose, the way that really it kind of went down. So let's paint the picture.
Intimate.
I guess it was intimate.
It was definitely 1-on-1.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
nobody else around. I mean, there was a lot of people around, but just nobody we knew.
Where?
I'll
In the
explain.
cars?
I'll explain.
I'm just so confused.
He's like, actually more than Sean's.
He said, "Is somebody in the trunk?" Like,
No,
what?
there was a lot of people around. Anyway, so I don't know. It's like 1 in the morning, and my old boss calls me. Hey, come over. Let's have some drinks. So I go over to this house with Reina, and we're over there hanging out. And there's this little cute dog bouncing around, barking around, and Reina's all in love with the dog.
Yup.
I never wanted a dog, so that's important to the
I
story. I
want every
promise.
dog.
Yes. So Reina's like, oh, we should get a dog. We need to get a dog. We need to get a dog. And that was of the mentality before. I was like, you know what? Before we get a dog, I would I would get a kid. Like I was, all the responsibility, all
That's
these.
Just so,
log-
it's
that's
just so
logical.
easy,
Yeah,
That's logical.
Just,
It sounds so
this
easy.
is sarcasm.
No, I know, but legit, I thought like, you know what? That's how I thought before. I was like, before I take the responsibility of a dog and everything that comes with it, I'd rather have
A
a
human
kid.
being.
This
And
t-
just
this
deal with it.
10-year, possibly 11-year
Yeah,
dog relationship.
exactly.
Mhm.
So, anyways, I decided I was, you know what, like, and before that, I would want to get married. Before I have a kid, ideally, I would want us to be married, and kind of do it the right way, I guess, whatever that means. So, in the way back, like we get in
10
the
years
car.
ago.
Yes, we get in the car. We're driving back home, and Reina just wouldn't let the whole dog thing down. She's like, "Oh my god, we need to get a dog."
He's like, I gotta shut this girl up with
I'm
the
like,
ring real
"Shit."
quick. Hold on.
No, and then I was just kind of having the same conversation. I was like, "Yo, like, for real though, before I have a dog, I'd rather have a kid. And before I have a kid, like, I would want to get married." And I was like, and then it was just like a conversation like that. I was like, "Yo, why don't we get married this
Yeah,
year?"
he literally is like, "Why don't we just do it?" And I'm just like, "Are you being
So-
Because you guys got married like the
serious?"
next day.
Well,
That's why I was like, it was
so
quick.
this was
No,
what? This
like
was
5
like
minutes
March.
later.
We
5
got-
minutes
yeah, it
later.
This was like March time.
and then we got married in November.
5 months later.
Yeah, so like 8 months later. So no,
Yeah,
but
babe.
the reason obviously I say there was a lot of people around is we were on the freeway.
Yeah.
And there were other cars
We were
around.
in
Oh,
so-
the
this
car.
wasn't at the dog.
No, it was on the drive back.
No,
it was
it
on the
was
way
in the
back
car.
home. So I was like, yo, like
For
when
some
we-
reason, I thought you guys proposed like in your guys' apartment.
No,
No.
we were driving back home from hanging out with Fabian. We were driving
Shout out
back
to
the
Fabian.
yes, shout out to Fabian. It was like 3 in the morning, and then I was like, yo, why don't we get married? And the thing, what's funny is, I like in my head, right? That's a proposal. At the end of the day, a proposal is an agreement.
He's like, textbook definition.
That is an
That
Aquarius
was a
proposal.
well, it's the hey, I'm gonna offer something, and
Que
if you
más
agree, then
quieres?
we both
Yeah,
I
it's
say
that.
offer something.
Yeah,
How
like-
about you're offering
This
the rest of your
exchange.
life.
This exchange.
Yes. So I looked at it like that. But what's kind of crazy is like, it was kind of, I don't want to say awkward, but it was like, okay, so we talk about getting married. No, I mean like
I'll give my perspective in a second.
we talked about getting married, but it wasn't officially obviously the full on like get on the knee and
Yeah.
propose and all these things. And in my head I'm thinking, okay, we'll buy a ring and then we'll do the plans and all these things. But then Reina talks to her mom and she's like, hey, so Randy says we should get married at the end of the year.
When was this? Like,
this was like the next day. She's
Right.
talking to her
So
mom.
I waited the whole night just in case,
Yeah.
in
In case
he
I
tried to
took
take
it
it back or
I wasn't
too
drinking
many
like that.
drinks.
yeah, maybe I was just like imagining this. The next morning, he's like, yeah, like
I don't drink and drive like that. I was, I was sober. No, but it's funny because then like Reina tells her mom, well, like Randy said, maybe we can get married this year.
I
and
told
we're gonna
Brittany,
look
and Brittany was like, are you sure?
we're gonna look into it. And then next thing you know, like 5 minutes later, we got a call from Luisito, Reina's brother. I'm like, congratulations on your engagement. We're so happy.
This
for
was the
you
following
guys."
day.
Yeah. So then I was like, fuck it. Then I guess
They've been
like,
waiting for
let's
it
go.
though.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we were together 4 years.
Yeah, we have been
Yeah, 4
living together
years.
for like 2, and we have been together for 4 years. So it wasn't like the craziest idea, but it was. I guess it didn't have the whole like I went out and I picked out a ring. Actually, picking out the ring was kind of an interesting thing. Like we went the next day. Reina loves shopping at Kohl's, and and they do have some nice rings
They
there.
got they
Let
got
me
'em.
just say, I got my ring 30% off.
yeah,
¿Qué
it
más
was nice.
quieres?
Like
I mean,
legit, we showed up and like how they give you little scratch offs and whatever. like they kept giving us until we got like the 30%. So like the
It's hard
ladies
to
were
get
really
those.
Open
nice.
it up.
They were like, try another one. Why don't you try another one? And yeah, we saved. It was like $700. It was some good like decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyways,
then
it was
you
like
put
it
the
was on
ring on me
sale.
at the store, and then everybody
Yeah,
in the
they
store
lost their
started
shit.
clapping.
No, like I
Aw.
remember for me, I was like, yo, this is like the perfect idea. Like the ring was already like it was one of those sales like whatever percent off on like jewelry and diamonds, and then they were like 30. I was like, yo, legit, let's go. You know, this worked out for me. So,
I just
anyways,
like the whole idea that everyone was there clapping.
Yeah, I felt like a Hallmark movie or something. 'Cause
Yeah, it
he
was.
put it on, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of like,
Like someone's in the
you
background, like,
know.
It made it
you
feel
can
real.
fucking
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
true.
Like
It did make it feel
official.
real because it was like everybody
was like-
congratulating me and
I
stuff.
put on the ring, and then I was like, I don't like it. Try another one. And every time I put on a new one, they clapped. I'm just kidding.
Like,
No, it was interesting.
I just be like in the background, boo.
Trash.
Try another, boo.
All right, so let's get Raina's perspective on that.
Oh, on the whole
Yeah, why not?
proposal.
I need more details.
Okay.
Whoa. Hold up. Would you guys just chill for a second? Let me get this commercial in. What's up, everybody? My name is Will Wonder, and I started a podcast at the end of 2020. On the Will Wonder Pod, I discuss sports, music, and a myriad of other timely topics with guests weekly, as well as in-depth interviews once a month with interesting people who are doing some pretty incredible things. So if that sounds good to you, check out the Will Wonder Pod wherever you get your podcasts. Now back to Randy, Raina, and Sean.
How much more details you need?
I mean, that
People
was
were
pretty
clapping.
much it. But I guess from my perspective, I'll say like I appreciate the intimate moment. I wouldn't be the type of person that would enjoy like all eyes on me. I think I would just have a panic attack if everybody was just like staring at me at a restaurant or something.
I literally thought that's what you would like because for me,
No.
I am a little bit more private, and I was like very overwhelmed.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And I thought, yeah, and I thought you were like,
You
yeah.
were
That's so
overwhelmed?
interesting. Cause yeah, I'm more of like I mean, Randy knows
Yes.
I
And then
get
you had a ring.
shaky
I was like,
in
what?
crowds and shit. Like I can't do like the bigger crowds and
Stop
stuff. So
playing.
so that's why I'm just like I'm happy.
That's why
that it
you
was
on
intimate.
TikTok and everything.
No,
Millions of
I'll
people
put
watch.
She's
myself
like,
out there.
she's like, shout out to my TikTok.
But those
this is
eyes
it."
aren't on me at the
Hold up, real
like
quick,
right
real,
here,
real,
literally.
real quick, Rena. Where can we find you on TikTok? What's your
Oh.
name?
Rainivities likes, check me out.
Check me out.
Okay.
No, but it's true, right? Reina's not the type to be like super like, yo, I want everybody to like. If I did something like that, like in a public restaurant in the middle of a concert, Reina would have probably lost her
Probably
mind.
would have ran away.
Yeah, and for me,
Good
honestly,
thing Rena's not athletic. You can't run.
like
You know.
obviously,
I wouldn't make it that far, but I'll try.
if you guys, for anybody that's been listening for a while, you guys have heard the allegations that I'm not a very romantic person.
Randy's very romantic.
Yet
No.
they are both Aquariuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, on the real, I'm
So
not
are you.
really the. I know, right?
Yeah, but Reina's like a Pisces. Like I don't know how she got this
She is.
Aquarius.
She is more like she's definitely more on my side.
I'm a
than
lovable
your guys' side.
Aquarius.
Well, I'll say this much, right? I'm not the type to be like, all like romantic and oh my god,
You're
I'm gonna
bubbly.
throw all.
You're
Yeah,
not
like I
bubbly.
just for me, I think it's
Throw
like
flower petals at her face.
like yeah, like the core of things for me
Just
is like
cocaine.
no, like the core of everything for me is more important than I guess you could say that the show, right? Like when we thought of like for me the proposal, I'm like, yo, yeah, conversation for me is good enough. I don't think we need to do the whole like, yo, I'm gonna book a mariachi band and because
Why would you book a
whatever.
mariachi band?
And I don't think she would have expected that with just how you are. Because like
Exactly.
with Sean though, I did expect something big just because that's the type of person that he is. And I would have been kind of disappointed if he would have been like, here's some ring and like throws it at me.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, that's not you.
Oh, side note. I held on to that ring for about 3 years.
Okay.
Apparently I was
Without her
driving
knowing.
around with that ring sometimes.
At one
when
point,
I
she
had
was
his
driving in
car.
the car. So she was driving in my car, and I remember having the ring in the glove compartment a few times, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And she
Oh
looks in
my
that glove
God.
compartment, the ring's right there, because I forgot to put it in the house.
I looked through your phone,
'cause
not through your
anyone-
car.
because anyone that knows me or her or whatever, I don't have the best memory. Sometimes I'll forget shit,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things I forget in the car. And then sometimes I
I mean,
forget
you
that
forgot your birthday.
yeah, I did forget my birthday. Yeah, that's right. So when I was getting Janet a Apple Watch for my birthday.
My friend reminded me though. She was like, "Oh, so he got you an Apple Watch for his birthday?" And
See
I
all
was
the
like,
things. See
"Yeah,
all the things.
thank you, baby."
But no, but yeah, and then I had the ring in like a drawer or whatever. And once in a while, I'll be like cleaning things out because I like to clean and go through shit every so often.
Oh, a ring.
And I was like, oh shit, I still got this fucking ring.
Oh,
Like, oh damn, like we haven't fucking been engaged yet, or whatever.
oh,
Sean
and
is
that
just
and
like,
that and that and that gets me going. Like, oh shit, well I gotta plan
we gotta do
something.
something, yeah.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, I mean, I'm not that big on stuff either. Like, I was nervous. I wasn't like I'm pumped for this shit. I'm made for this shit. No, I was like, I was hoping she said yeah. After all these years, I was still like, hopefully she says yeah.
that's
like, fuck.
right.
You know, but yeah, that's crazy. I was like, I held on to that bitch for 3 years.
Yeah, and I think for me is it's just like the comparisons of the two, like the big proposals and the regular conversations.
I honestly thought my proposal wasn't that big.
No, yours I think was great. Like honestly, even
It's
the way
you.
it worked
Yeah.
out, it was probably like the 5 of us there and like maybe 2 or 3 more people around, and it was beautiful. It was special. So I think your proposal was perfect. I'm just saying in general, like for me, the core of everything is more important. Like the wedding, for example, I really don't believe in spending $60,000 in a wedding. I rather
I still think we spent too much on the
yeah.
wedding anyway.
and we
It
we
was a
spent,
nice wedding though.
it was nice, but
It
we
was.
honestly
It was a
we
nice wedding.
The
we
food,
saved a lot of money.
the drinks.
Yo, we was all fucked up. We was
Yeah.
all dancing. We was all full.
So
Yeah.
for me, that's more important. Like having a good time at the wedding, enjoying it, remembering it, and then
Because I literally just remember us. Like I don't like there was a lot of people there, but I literally just remember like us.
Yeah,
just
we
having
were
a good
like
time.
at least the core of everybody at that time.
and I thought
we were all chilling.
for
We
me,
all
I
had a
thought
good
it was
time.
beautiful. So for me, it's the same thing. Like from all the way from the proposal all the way to like everything. I think I'm more of the type to like, you know what? Why don't we just actually be maybe a little bit less emotional about this whole thing, and maybe we do a nice wedding that we remember and have fun, but
Yeah.
then let's maybe make better plans for this or that.
Because don't get me
later on.
wrong, if you guys don't show up to a wedding of mine, like
A wedding of yours?
yeah, a wedding of ours,
Dang.
a wedding of ours, right?
Like, how many weddings is are happening?
If you hear that it's just a quick little thing and boom, we're on a honeymoon, don't be surprised because that's probably what
No,
we're gonna do.
yeah.
Oh, they're not surprised. They already know.
But what do you guys think about like? There's social medias out there, or there's even you might know somebody that's like really just flamboyant or loud about this shit. What do you like? Obviously, hey, whatever makes you happy, right?
Yeah.
But don't you feel like some people just kind of doing it to really kind of show ass a little bit?
Yes.
We're ready with their phone to tape it.
Because I didn't even have my phone when we was there. Like, how many pictures did I really take in Puerto Rico? Like, none.
Yeah.
Raina
I took 'em all
and
for you.
Randy was at
Oh, I
MVP,
appreciate
though.
it.
They got the video.
Yeah, don't get me
and
wrong, but I
pictures.
wasn't. But you got some of
Yeah,
them
it
people
wasn't-
that they have it organized. Like, I was like, yo, Randy, if you can get like one picture of us, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
Obviously, you guys did your thing and showed out, but I was like, I'm not big like that. Like, I don't post much. I don't know.
It's kind of crazy to me. Like, even though I'm not the type to like go for the big proposal and all these things, I just feel like there's almost this element of like that gets ruined when you go that big. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna take you like you've never taken your girl to a $400 steak kind of restaurant, and today you're taking her there on your anniversary on Valentine's. You know what I mean? And it's just
Oh,
like,
you do. You
of
would
course.
take me to places, but we didn't get engaged there.
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like Sean would, that's normal for you guys,
yeah.
right? Like he will take you nice
Shit,
places.
my girl gassing me up right here. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is like there's these proposals that I see that I'm like, oh, like there's no way that was a surprise to her. You know what I mean? You
Or you
have
can tell like they just re-recorded it.
yeah, you have the
Just to get the
you
good
have the
shot.
photographer, you have the nice restaurant on your anniversary date
The lights.
with like nobody around, and then you get proposed and you're like, oh my god, I never thought. Like really, like you thought this whole restaurant was empty because it's
Which
your
I think
anniversary.
it speaks volumes to like the way that you guys did it, because I mean I wasn't expecting that conversation that night. I'm sure you weren't.
I wasn't either. I was
expecting
just more like, yo, like
No.
we're
Your
not getting
proposal.
this dog. Let's
Yeah.
get married.
No,
So
it-
the element of surprise was still there.
yeah, because we were like, oh, let's all go to Puerto
They
Rico.
do
and
know.
let's just...
They do now have a dog though.
Yeah.
I
And they
know. So
married.
jokes on you, Randy.
Hey, you know what? I didn't see. I'm not saying I knew what the future held. I just at that time, that's how I felt. I felt like I'd rather have
You're
it.
like, you gonna have my baby, bitch. It's like,
It's like wait.
Eso
this is what's happening.
primero.
No, I don't know. It worked out. Honestly, I'm happy in the way that it worked
We
out. But
hope.
I just again to Sean's question, I do think some people definitely do too much. I definitely think there's this. I don't know, like
competition.
But do you feel sometimes there's so much pressure on a proposal too, on a guy's point of view?
I think it's both. I think
Yeah.
in the girl side, I see how like maybe you don't want to get married, but now you're in front of like 20,000 people in the middle of us,
Nah.
whatever.
Oh,
If I
like
don't
those
intend on
baseball
marrying
players.
you and you propose to me in front of a bunch of people, I'll say no.
Well, but that's you, but I do think there's a lot of.
I'll
It'll be
do-
Do
interesting
you
to
mean
find the
these
stats.
people that are not the 1% wealthy that like cuz if a
Yeah,
baseball player is proposing, I have yet to be like they're like we don't want your millions, no.
yeah,
But if it's like Joe Schmo proposing at some baseball game, like
yeah.
is
I'll
that
do 'em,
do
like,
people say
Tahiri.
no?
Well,
Like does
that's
that
what I'm saying.
happen?
Like,
I don't
Well, I don't know,
know.
because that's a little different though.
I think they
Because
say yes more than they say no, not to
true,
embarrass the person.
but hold up, real quick on that. Like, if it's like at a stadium or whatever, what if you guys have that thing in common where you guys like going to games together, like
Hey,
or
then
whatever,
more power to
and,
you.
and then it's like, well, I'm gonna see if I can get proposed there. It's a place we both enjoy, and I'm gonna do it in front of everybody.
I'll probably, I don't know. Like, if I
I'm
feel
a
like
per-
it's not right,
no,
I
no,
feel like I
because
would say no.
because here's the thing. I'm gonna propose my love to you in front of all these people.
Even I feel
Who
like
cares
it's
about these
wrong.
people?
Like, I feel
But
like it's wrong to put someone in that situation too. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like
that's a
if
good
you
point.
if
Not
you guys
if you
have an
want to show out
understanding,
though.
well, I don't know, because I feel like, man,
Like what if
you're
you
gonna
were
be on
like
TV and
TikTok
everything?
famous Reina, like you out here with millions of followers. You want the
Like, yo, what's that? Like,
exageración.
what's that one Puerto Rican cat that's on Instagram? That was
LeJuan James.
like,
Uh,
he's a great
I
guy.
loved
He,
that.
he documents. It seems like he documents everything, right?
Yeah.
He's doing a great job. Love his work, all that stuff. But something like that, do you think he's doing it for that, or do you feel like he's doing it because that's just part of his lifestyle?
That's a
That's a
really
good
good
question.
question.
I see how
think-
he even with his parents. I feel like that's him. Like he's a very.
Yeah, well, I
I
can
wonder
see.
how he did propose, because I mean, he's already married.
I
but
don't think I saw the
I
proposal.
don't, yeah, I don't. Maybe
What
they just
made me
kept that to
cry though was
themselves.
It
when
was
he
a
bought
friend.
his parents the house. I
Oh
was
no,
like,
amazing! No, the guy's
"Yeah."
amazing. Like he's doing his thing. For
Yeah.
sure, and I get it. Like this is his profession. This is how he gets paid, most likely, right? And
That-
all that other stuff. But it's
that's
like,
an interesting thought. It really, at the end of the day, like for me, it might look flashy, but when you're already used to like
That life.
share, like you go live and there's
when doing
20,000
selfies
people
is your
already-
lifestyle.
Yeah, like there's so many people already watching you live. I'm sure you don't care.
Think of it like that.
Yeah, like you don't look at it as like, oh, there's 20,000 people because that's your regular Tuesday night live. Like 20,000 people tune in to watch you live.
Because
Mhm.
You
you
know?
guys know me and people on the show listening heard me for a while now. Like I'm very private. You go on my Instagram, it's only my business shit, and that's pretty much it. I might
and
throw,
and a nude here and there. I got you. Yeah.
Ew.
well, not of me
On Instagram.
No, yeah, Sean be showing
Or-
out.
or, I ain't gonna jump into that. Anyways, so but you know what I mean? Because I'm just a private person generally, and I feel like even if I had money like that or whatever, I'd still be private.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I-
But maybe that's just because
I
that's
feel
how
like
I've kinda
I'm more
raised-
public with like just posting more of my life. But when it comes to like the more important parts of my life, I think I probably just
You know
that
what?
to myself.
I
But
post memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about it because if you start having a conversation with me though, like we could be sitting in the room like we are now. You ask me a question, I'm open about it. You guys,
Yeah.
I'll give you what you want to know in person. But
Yeah.
like on social media and stuff like that, for some reason, I'm like, I don't need random people knowing my shit either.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think for me, like if I had the option, right, I definitely wouldn't do that personally. I don't think I would want the big show in front of all these people,
The fireworks,
all these things. Like Sean says, if it's your kind of lifestyle, right? If you're both into baseball and you're at at a baseball game on the day that your grandparents proposed initial, and then it's like this special moment and
Damn,
great.
Randy, you sound like a romantic.
I know, right?
Mm,
I've
very
I've seen
odd.
I've seen the movies and I've read the books, but
Oh, let's
So
not
you got
talk
the-
about books that you
Pa
read.
qué?
So you got
Okay.
Please no, no more books.
I read
so
them
you got
to
the
know.
blueprint. You got the blueprint.
I'm just not
You
building
just don't
the
want to
house.
apply it.
Yes. I-
That's familiar.
I know how it's done.
What other book did we hear?
You know, was it Apologies?
Why won't you
Oh,
apologize?
okay.
Yes. Anyways, no, but like I can see that. I can see that. But I think it'll be cool to find the data. I think that's what will be kind of really interesting to see. Like, what percentage of women say yes because they're in front of a big crowd and they don't want to embarrass the
Damn,
person?
we should have done that homework before.
I
we
know, right?
Started
Or,
that.
or what percent of people actually say no
Too bad we don't have our
because of all the
iPhones.
people? Like I wonder what percent of people, what
mean,
percent of
you-
women say, or
you
man,
guys
I
remember how Tahiri said no to Joe?
That one hurt me,
Who?
but it was good to hear
Uh,
you.
wasn't that in like
Yeah,
Love
on
on Hip
Times
Hop
Square.
or
Joe Budden got denied.
By
Yeah,
Tahiri on
on
national
Love and Hip Hop.
television? It was amazing. That's what he
It
needed
was
for
amazing.
Like a
calmarse.
little like cue card looking thing.
he got like the whole familia to like
Damn.
set
And
it
she's like, "I
up,
can't
and she
marry
was like,
you."
nah,
Why didn't she marry him?
Because
because
cheating on her.
he always cheated on her,
I mean,
Hey, no, hey,
I
and
don't
they
know,
were
but
actually
I
broken
don't.
up
You know
when
what?
he
I don't know this
proposed.
man, but that man, he's a trendsetter, so we can leave
yeah,
him alone.
we
Whatever.
can.
They were broken up when he proposed.
Wait, what?
Maybe he was trying to get her
They
back.
were not together.
So that was
He
his-
was cheating, so that was like his. I gotta get back in.
that,
We meant to
in
be.
that same season, like
That's
she had
what you
found some
do.
makeup on on the sheets and something. And
Hold up,
then
hold up,
Some
hold up,
bitch-
hold up.
some bitch's
That's what you
makeup.
gotta do, though. Maybe
Go big,
Nah.
you know,
go
go
home.
big or go
What-
home.
No,
Break up and then
everybody that I
propose?
know, and I don't know that many people, but the couple that I do know that they got engaged for the cheating, like the guy was cheating, so then he proposed, están bien, they always end up breaking up later.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Maybe in the guy's point of view, he's like, okay, we're broken up. I gotta do something different.
I gotta show her I changed and I want to be in her life.
And
you
then
know
cheat
what?
on her later
Proposal?
anyways.
No, maybe
I don't know,
Maybe that's not the.
That's just what I've seen.
maybe that's not the intention, but
It just
maybe-
happens.
okay.
Well, no, I can see where Sean is going with this.
Apparently,
can see-
I get more quiet on this when Janet's here. You know, I can't
Mm.
really say my
Shh.
piece.
Mm.
No, I can see. Honestly, I can see.
I
the
didn't know.
gesture.
I didn't know Janet was part of the Great People podcast.
I
All of
know,
a sudden,
right?
trying to shun me.
I can see the grand gesture being like a thing that somebody thinks they might have to do. Like,
I
you know
think
what? Like,
I'm not saying it
gonna-
should work, but
No,
hey,
yeah.
the motherfucker tried.
At least he tried. I'll give him that.
But
First
you know,
and
but you
last
know,
time
but you know what I
ever.
want to know? Why ain't more girls proposing?
You-
Because the guy says no.
What?
Well-
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
I would have done it.
I-
But you
I-
know what?
You
I-
would not have
yeah.
done it. No.
Yeah. I
And how would
would've.
you have done it?
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't-
that's
I
okay,
mean,
then.
she's
Wait,
a-
say what
she's
you
a-
wanted to say,
she-
and then say how you
She's
would
like,
have done it.
not in no car.
I mean, Randy doesn't deserve no grand gesture, obviously. So
Oh, see,
I
that's messed up.
deserve-
Wait,
I
wait, wait.
deserve the world.
You were gonna say something before.
no, I was
you-
gonna say that when when we were still working at the office, like years ago, I would literally just say, like, honestly, I'll take a ring pup at this point. Like, I just wanted to be with him for the rest of my
So why
life.
didn't you propose, Raina?
And they were all like, "Oh my god, like get yourself like a $7,000 ring and just a bunch of shit like that, you know." And I'm just
you
like,
for
it's
a
so
guy
weird.
or
No, for like wait for Randy to get me like a super.
Hold up,
expensive
Raina,
ring.
real quick then. Why'd you wait so long for him to pop the question?
I didn't wait too long. I
No,
guess
no,
Yeah.
in
But
society,
if you
I
really
guess it is
wanted
kinda
to,
long in
but
the
if you
Mormon
really wanted
community,
to,
but
why didn't you propose since you said you
In
well,
wanted to?
Utah-
Reynos did get herself moved in
I
quick.
did.
In
She
Utah-
she
in Utah-
finessed it good.
In the Utah timeline, we waited an eternity.
Yes,
We-
we
Yes.
did.
It was
4
about
years
4
was
years, and in 4
crazy.
years you can have 4 kids.
It was 3.5 years too long.
Yep.
in Utah, you could be married and have 4 kids in 4
Well,
years.
and in 4
Mhm.
years you could build your own little world too after this one.
I guess so.
whatever.
No, but anyway.
No,
But,
but in all seriousness, I would have done it. I don't know how at this point. It probably would have been a conversation like Randy did me, because I don't think he would also appreciate anything crazy, fireworks and all.
I would want the rose.
Maybe
petals
I
and
would
the-
learn how to edit a video and post a video on the,
Randy's
on
like,
the internet.
Randy's like, I would have felt very obliged.
Yes.
Very obliged.
Oh, it would have been nice to get rose petals
Oh
and
my gosh.
and
Light work.
Yes, and
Yeah.
a few posters and a few little things that I get to read. I'm
Oh,
like,
read it.
what
Read
does
Reynos
it
like
say?
must be nice.
A little flash mob.
I'm like
A flash mob?
Light work, light work.
Would you have been a part of it, Sean?
a step.
If you would have asked me to, yes, I would have.
Dang.
I
I
stepped
would have
in-
dropped it down low.
Opportunities.
I would have done the old Sean move and shit. you
I
know?
would have loved to see like a stepping like flashback.
Oh,
with
like a stomp the
Randy,
yard type
like,
of
just
shit.
like what? Like oh yeah.
Demasiado.
Randy's still very
I love
colorful.
how I
on
love
the
how you
Great
expect
People
all these
podcast.
things, but I'm out here in a car. But I'm just saying.
No, on the real, I don't.
Oh,
Was
Reyna,
it-
I
was
like
it
your
Randy's car?
outfit. It's
Yeah.
cute.
On the real though, I don't think I would have ever. I
Look like
don't
a
think I
pothead.
would have said no.
That's why I like it.
I don't think I
It's
would
all
have
green
said.
too,
Oh my
like
god.
tie dye.
I don't think I would have said no, but I do think I would have felt weird if that was the case with all the stuff like all the like
Mhm.
flashy stuff and all the like cheesy shit. Like I would have been
Would
like,
you have felt weird either way though? Like if she asked you, would you have felt weird either way?
no, because
What is
again,
up with these guys saying no to girls? But I feel like we're always expected
no,
to
like
say yes.
see, I
know.
wouldn't have said no. And again, I think at the end of the day, for me
You don't
is
think
the,
you would have said no?
no, like for me as a girl, I know I wouldn't have. Like I guess it's a better way
These
to say.
guys love saying no.
No, for me, I think the conversation.
We
is
just
really
want one
the
time we can say
important
no.
Yeah.
thing. Well,
Give us one time we can say no and shut a girl up.
no, like for me,
Because any other time we do say no to a girl, it's blah 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 blah. But right when you pour your heart,
Wando.
right when you pour all your heart, and we said no, oh, girl, You ain't saying much after that.
No, I know.
I'm
Like for me,
sorry.
I would have been perfectly
sad,
fine
though.
just with the. It is that. No, I would have been perfectly fine with the conversation. If anyone was just like, "Hey, like I think we should maybe look into getting married," I would have been like, "You know what? Sure,
I'm gonna be real.
let's
I'm,
look
I'm,
into
I'm
it."
gonna be real. I think if Janet would have proposed to me, I would have been happy as hell.
You would have cried.
I
Yeah.
I would have choked up. Yeah, I think so. I would not have minded being
But it's because Janet
proposed
doesn't
to.
show emotions. So
It's hard.
that would have been like super out of like left field.
No, but at the same time too, it's like
That's true.
wow, like she's getting out of her comfort zone
Exactly.
to do this for me.
You
And
know-
not
Is that
just
how
that,
you would feel?
but not just that, not just that. Not saying she doesn't do nothing for me because she does everything for me. But it's like wow, this is like this. Girls do
Yo,
not
yeah.
propose,
Mhm.
and
Typically.
she
You know,
proposing to me.
I do find that
That'd be me doing too much. No, guys.
Janet be like, "Nope,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna happen."
If it,
Well,
if
I-
it's too much, it ain't going to get done.
I do wonder, because I think more and more there's the conversations around like why don't women propose to men, and
All this equality stuff.
Yeah.
All right, then start proposing. That's all I'm
I
saying.
think I think it's nice either way. Like I've seen some proposals online and that the girl is the one proposing. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
And it's usually to another girl.
Or a guy. I've seen it with a guy, Sean.
No,
And
I
The
mean,
guy
but-
always says no.
no. Don't get me
No,
wrong.
the
Don't get
guy
me
says
wrong.
yes.
Like, what is it? Like my sister, she proposed,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, like my sister. That made me feel proud for some reason. I was like, damn, my sister really in love.
Breaking trends
she,
over here.
She in love so much, she gonna propose and everything, and all that. But I'm just like, it's cool. Like, I just don't see why more girls don't.
Mhm.
If girls really love this man, like they say they do,
We're
They're-
still here.
hold up, they're already cooking, they're already cleaning, or whatever they're doing.
Doing too much.
Well, the guy's doing
With
too much
no
too.
ring.
The guy's doing a lot with no
Oh my
ring
Continue.
too.
God, let's
The
not
guy-
even start that
The guy,
conversation.
the guy is doing too much with no ring too, though.
yeah.
Continue.
No, it's true.
The guys already stressing their lives out, planning
No.
this life that they have to provide and all this stuff, right?
The ones that have jobs.
Yeah, well,
Well,
let's get
I
into
can only
it.
speak for the ones here right now.
Yes,
though.
yes.
For the ones here, we are doing all that.
the gray area, right? That's exactly where that is. Is
It's
I
fucking
think
black, which
it-
mean gray.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
black area at this point.
No, I'm saying
Pitch
more,
black in this bitch.
No, what I mean
and I'm
is
Riddick.
more and more women are typically. Well, I guess how I'd put it. It's typically women that are like, oh, like I'm so in love.
They're
and it's
so in love with the
beautiful.
fantasy of.
Exactly. Like men just kind of like we're kind of dumb when it comes to that shit. Like we're just gonna go through life and we're like, yeah, it's cool. We've been together for 6 years. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of
6
normal.
years.
Whatever
been
long.
10.
Babe, I'm not talking about our example,
Oh.
our scenario.
He
I'm
means
saying,
like people
in
not wanting
general.
to
You
be
mentally clock
engaged
out
or
4
married.
years
I'm
ago?
saying
Like,
men
he's
in
like,
general.
Men
could
almost
be
have
there.
a timeline like, oh, ya estamos aquí.
Yeah, like
Let's
we're-
just continue.
We here.
write
We've
it
been
out.
we've been together 6 years. Whatever. It's cool. She's nice. I like her. And that's kind of like as
Is
as
that
far
what
as
you
a
were
lot of.
thinking?
No, but again, it's not about us. I'm just giving a general scenario what happens. But if that's so much the case, like Sean says, then why don't women, since they're the ones so
You
in
step up
love
to the
and
plate.
so, like, why don't you say like, yo, I want to lock this down. Let's get married
With your money.
or whatever.
Why?
You know?
Why are money though?
I'm not gonna work
'Cause
to
it-
buy you a ring.
Well, hold up. All these girls want everything to be equal,
Randy
equal
doesn't
pay.
even wear his
Well,
ring.
if these girls want equal pay, then they got the same pay as us, then, right? And then they got the same job and the same hours, and they could buy us a $10,000 ring. Why can't that happen?
Why not?
Why not?
I'd coupon the ring.
Don't get me wrong. Don't
Me
get me
too.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not about it. I proposed. I felt like that was the right thing to do because I wanted to do that for my girl. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted.
We're
But
traditional,
I'm just
quote
saying.
unquote, right?
Yeah, I'm somewhat. Well, I'm not. Well, I guess so. I did. But I just feel all these girls that want to be like, I want this man and da da da. Why don't you jump out on the ledge? Because we're doing the same thing. We don't always say yes to either.
Yeah, we get plenty of no.
We the lucky ones. We were actually with somebody that loved us. We loved them.
Actually think that either one of us was gonna
Yes.
say no? You really thought?
Yeah,
Janet
that's
was
why
gonna
Yes.
my
no?
friend showed
Yeah.
up.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
yeah.
See, for me,
I was
I was
scared.
already
I was
there
really
for
scared.
like 5 years. Like
I know. But here's the thing. Unless there's a verbal consent or writ or a documentation in my brain,
there
it-
is a
there
government
is-
paper saying you are mine.
yeah,
that or the love of my life or my family and friends, right? If once they gave me a verbal agreement, then I'll word his bond. And
But
if
up
it's on
until
paper,
then,
then
you're like, it's
but
up in
until
the
then,
air.
it's not.
It's up in the air.
And don't
we
get me
just out there.
wrong, and don't get me wrong, we've had conversations before that, right? Where I was like, oh damn, babe, like we're gonna get married one day, right? Yeah, I don't know. I was like, oof, I don't like that. Oh man.
Yeah, they'll
Like-
be like, we'll see how
Janet,
this goes.
Janet was playing hard to get while being with me.
And
I
now
don't
I
get it.
now I realize why Yvonne was like, Janet, why are you playing? I was like, playing about what? Like, yeah.
Anyways, for us at least when we had the conversation about getting married, I didn't think in terms of like yes or no. Like honestly, for me, it was just a conversation, and I think that's what was so.
Like I was just throwing it
Well,
out there.
that's what was
It
so
was very,
beautiful.
See
very,
how she
very
felt
vague.
about
It was,
it.
Well,
it,
like
If I
it's
would
what
have said no,
it's
it's like,
what
I
really
didn't mean it.
it's what really
no,
came to you
no,
at the time.
yeah,
Like, it
like
was
what
a
I mean
real
is
thing.
like it was beautiful in the sense that it was just like, hey, maybe we should get married this year.
Oh,
If
I
the
like
answer,
that. It was beautiful in the sense.
if the
That's
answer was
nice.
no, now is not the right time. But like, cool, let's
Would
talk
you
about
have
it
been
later when
like,
it's a
what
good time.
about us? What about you moving out then? Would that have been
No,
it?
no.
Do you feel like when people say no, that means, okay, you moving out, are we broken up?
Hey guys, Dre Rocket here, and I want to invite you to my website, allrock.com. That's ALLRAWK.com. We have tons of podcasts on there, YouTube videos, and so much more. We'd love if you came over and checked us out. Again, that's allrock.com. Now back to the show.
I think it depends
That's a
on how it goes
conversation for
down.
another day.
I think it depends on how it goes down. Like
Legends
for
of the
me,
Fall.
I know, right? For me, if it would have been like, no, I don't think it's a good time. I want my parents here. Whatever it would have been, I would have been like, cool.
Depending on the conversation.
Let's
Oh,
talk
I want my
about it.
parents here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Now,
didn't mean next week.
If it was a situation where like there's a big disconnect, then I could see how that leads
It's
to a
like,
breakup.
wait, you
Like you thought we were gonna get married, and you're like, yo, wait, you
like,
didn't.
I don't know
think
if
we
you
were-
know this, Randy, but I don't really believe in marriage.
Yeah, some shit like that. Then I could see it being a big issue in terms of
Yeah.
like, yo,
Another person that we know.
for me, I think it's the conversation. You know, if we're in different pages, if I think we are about to get married because I think that we're so close and whatnot,
Mhm.
and then you're like, yo, like I'm just having a good time
What
right
you
now. I don't
talking
know
about?
what's
4
happening.
years in, I'm
No.
just having an amazing time.
Dude, you'll be surprised how much it happens.
We chilling.
That's why people
Yeah,
get.
I'm in this car. We just came back from your
That's what-
boss's house, drunk as fuck.
I heard a YouTuber.
You're not drinking.
I heard a YouTuber that Rena was watching the other day say that she thought she was in a business situation and he thought he was in love and she cheated. So obviously there's miscommunication all the time.
Oh,
is
that's what they
correct.
calling it now? Miscommunication,
Yes.
entanglement.
There's an entanglement.
it's an
Yes.
entanglement.
No, but that's where I think it leads
What?
to
They
breakup.
putting new words on this.
Yes.
Mhm.
No, but on the real, that's
That's
what
like you're fired. No, I was like,
I was. No, I was.
Do I get the severance unemployment or not?
I was reassigned to a
No.
customer.
I was reassigned a home.
Yeah, we not
but
together.
that's-
They got a new home now.
Yeah, no, that for me is where I think it leads to, like, where it leads to breakups. Is, you know what, like, yo, we were obviously in different pages. Maybe you disrespected me in the process, right? Like, it's okay to say no if you don't think we should get married, but
And
you,
I
you
feel
do
like
some
it has a
dumb
lot
shit.
to
You
do
throw
with
the
where you
ring, you
live,
slap me, some,
How
you know.
broke you are, if they really need a home and they're like, cool, like I was just here hanging out because I don't have a job. But you know what I mean? A lot of people do live in like
That's true.
Yeah.
big cities and they're just trying to get by.
No, I'm sure it happens.
I know a lot of people that are like, I can't afford my own place right now, so I'm
Dude,
gonna
I
just
know-
be
I
here
know-
with
I know.
him or be here with her. Ella me mantiene.
Not in my friend circle, but I know there's a
Because we
ton of
live in
dudes-
Utah, it's low. You know, it's I was about to say low income, but what is the word?
Cost of living.
Cost of living is very low here.
Yeah, no, but
No
I
one's
know
really so
We
trapped.
connect.
it's
You
not
guys
on my
can't
it's
tell.
not on my circle, but I do know plenty of guys that are just in a relationship because they're cruising. They're just, they might not be working. They're just living
Tell
it up,
them about
right?
that girl that the guy is like doing really good, and now he was like, "Oh, she's whatever. I kicked her out on the street." That guy that
Oh,
you cut his
yeah.
hair. Tell them a little bit about that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure she thought they was getting married.
Well, that's something a little bit different. I feel because
Nah.
that story's a little different. Pretty much, this guy got engaged to this girl. They're doing well. He's doing better financially now.
All of a sudden,
Now
Yeah,
now he's
good for him.
booming. His shit's moving, and the girl's not doing as much. She wants to live more of a hipster kind of lifestyle. Likes to live, frugal, very
Live by the day,
frugal,
see
and
where it takes
yeah,
you.
we'll see what happens. I'll just buy some fucking threads and wear it the same one 4 or
yeah.
5 days in a row.
Apparently, she gained a little bit of weight,
Gained a
which
little
is
bit of
the
weight,
pandemic.
looking more
for real.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want you being like that, da da da. Apparently, they get in a fight, and he's like, you know what, you're done. He was supposed to, so he actually left to Cancun the other day,
Oh,
and she was supposed to go,
oh,
but he's like, fuck, I guess I'm going by myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like he's a good guy and
I
everything.
think you're
So from his side,
sugarcoating it.
You say he's a good guy?
I feel like he's a good guy. Hold up,
Hold
real quick.
Okay,
not a
okay,
great, not a
continue,
great
continue.
partner, relationship wise.
yeah,
but
yeah,
Like
he's
he's
a
a,
good guy.
he's a
he,
good
he's not
guy.
a murderer.
Yeah.
That-
Thank
Eso
God.
es lo que dice.
Lo que
Continue,
falta.
baby,
Yeah, you're right. I
continue.
don't think he's out here murdering
He's
people.
not 10 blood.
Correct.
Yeah.
But so so she's like, oh, so this engagement's off then? And he's like, yeah, it's off. Like you're obviously not going where I want to go. You're holding me back. Blah blah blah.
Pero wait.
That is not the
so-
way you told me. I will say the girl version after Reina asks her
Well, I was
question.
just gonna say, like, you said he recently came to money, right? So what the fuck was happening before? Like he was,
They were all living together.
and,
with
he
his-
accepted her.
I
Then
think her mom or something like that.
So he's
Her
like,
mom?
I
So
don't,
she
I
was
don't
helping
remember
him.
what he does. He's in finance, and they were doing great. They were engaged. Obviously, during the pandemic, something in his business got better, where he's kind of profiting more off of, basically the problems.
Mm.
And she was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like we're engaged. I can kind of fall back a little bit." She did gain a little bit of weight, but she's obviously like, "Oh yeah, like this is going. I'm doing this. We did all this together to get you where you're at." And then he was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm out, bitch." Once he made it, like he was
he's like-
waiting to make it para salirse la
He's
chingada.
like-
That was the
she's like,
problem.
we're
that's
in the
me when I
middle-
make it on TikTok.
She's like, we're in the middle of a panorama, and this is
Middle
happening.
of Panda Express.
Oh, I love that.
No, but that is crazy though. Like that goes to show though. Like overall, like for me, the conversation of a proposal, like in that moment, you should have the big picture, right? Because for me, with this dude, like, yo, she gained a little weight. Let's say, dude, like,
During
what would
the
have happened?
panorama.
Yeah,
I
during
love
the
that now.
panorama, right? Like, what would have happened if you were married? Were you just gonna like, what kind of marriage is that? You were like,
After she
separated
was
until you lose
apparently
weight.
working 2 jobs at some point, and
Yeah.
guys, you guys need to know that me, Janet, I am against girls in full-time relationships.
I was like, saying, like, full-time
Monogamous.
jobs.
Yes. Women that are in full-time monogamous faithful relationships should not be working 2 employments
For real.
when the man is only working 1.
yeah, no, I think it's
She at some point
Um,
was working 2, and that's when he's like, "Bye,
Little
bitch."
side note
That's why I got
about
upset.
Janet. She's also a feminist.
Yeah.
Speaking like that.
she's like, she's like
Of course.
No, I can
Be
see
strong,
that. You know,
guys, be strong.
I can see the whole like obviously like yo, you work in 2 jobs and he's the one kind of bummy just doing the.
So
the
he
lead,
can go
the-
do him while you pop his kids, probably too.
I don't know. You're doing the most and he's doing the very least. I don't know. That I can
The
see
very
that not being-
least.
He's
The
a good
very
guy.
least.
He's a great client. He's a good guy.
He is.
Oh,
Shout out
don't
to
lose your
him.
business.
He
Keep
comes.
coming.
Yeah.
Keep coming back.
No, again, bottom line, again, as a dude, he might be the coolest dude, but I do picture
I
that
wouldn't
like
go that far.
for I don't know him. No, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, in terms of like proposals, like I think that's the whole thing. with
Once
a
you're
proposal.
proposed, yeah, you should continue where you guys are a team now, and he
Yeah, and
took
you
it as
should-
like, I made it by.
and
Were
you
they
should
engaged
have
for a
the-
long time or just like
Um,
recently?
I don't think I
yeah,
remember them-
they were actually engaged for a while.
I don't
It was
think he
actually
told
they
me
were
they were
engaged for
engaged.
years. I think
Wow.
Dang.
years.
That's
So
crazy.
she was helping him make it,
You know,
and
at
then
least,
he's
at
like,
least
bye.
it happened before they got married.
But who knows? Maybe she was like acting like a dumb bitch a few nights in a row. and he
I
was like,
knew
"I'm done
that
with
she
this
was
shit."
cooking and cleaning, already doing too much, guys.
She wasn't. Oh no, she was not cooking.
But she was
ever.
cleaning.
Ever?
I'm just
She
kidding.
was-
I don't know.
Not cleaning really because the mother was cleaning.
Well, didn't you
Oh,
say
damn.
she had 2 jobs? That's why I remember that.
I don't remember saying she had 2 jobs.
That's what made me upset. That's why I remembered it.
Janet's
Okay.
over here mad about the wrong thing.
She's like, these bitches out here working 2 jobs, cooking, cleaning,
I'm
sucking dick.
upset.
Ass.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Why?
Just hurts me, guys. It hurts me.
No,
Doing
anyways.
too much.
Well,
I wonder.
You guys are dying because you guys are like, that's what Janet always said.
For real, I'm gonna cut this little piece out and then just put as the promo of the freaking episode. Nothing to
that's
do with nothing.
no,
but it's
that's my
fun.
girl's favorite line. It's like these bitches out here cooking, cleaning, sucking dick
With no ring.
with no ring for free.
De gratis.
Janet's like
De
this dumb
gratis.
bitch.
De gratis. All
And
that,
then
You
they
should have a
make it
TikTok,
y
yeah?
se van.
all that violencia sexual, and then
Violencia
and then I got a
sexual for
problem with
nothing.
bitches scooting the chair if they got. I'm like, nah, hold up. There's too much going on here.
All right, let's switch it up though. Let's bring it back to something. I want to ask you guys a question.
Yeah, yo, what's up?
Okay. Okay.
Let
Hold
it
up, we're
process.
trying to
Let
get-
it process.
trying to
I'm
get some
bringing
air.
bringing
Yeah.
this down. No, okay. So, wondering what you guys think. Is there a proposal whether your own. It's fine if you think is your own, or one that you've seen online, or your friends, or any. Like, what's the coolest, maybe the best proposal that you remember that you've seen? That's like, yo, that was dope.
I saw one on Instagram, and it's a meme. It's really good.
It's a meme.
And it shows, American guy proposing to an American girl, and they're like at the beach, and he gets like all these puppies, and then like right under it, it's like, oh, and then they like throw you in a ditch 3 years later. And that just cracked me up. But no, I haven't seen a proposal.
Jen is
Oh,
like, best
no.
proposal ever. A meme.
No, there was one. I think it's like the Duncans or something like that. Something Duncan. And it was all over YouTube. And every time I'm like, oh, I need to cry. Because I always like, I need to cry a couple times every 3-4
Janet
months.
doesn't cry, so sometimes she needs
She
to
gotta
force
de-stress.
herself to watch
Or I need to
something sad
watch.
and then
yeah.
force herself to cry. in
Yeah,
that
I'm like,
moment.
I need to like.
She's not
Like,
emotional.
Yeah.
I need some
She's
emotion.
like, I gotta force this out. How do we
Yeah,
do it?
yeah, and it's like Duncan wedding or something like that, and he sets it up where they all go to like, I don't know, some little diner, and then está un cuartito atrás, and then they propose, and she's like crying, and it's super cute. And then he's like, oh, so we're gonna have like this little party hoy en la noche, like a proposal party. And he already set up for the friend, le hizo un vestido, and it's like a cute little spa day. And then he has her blindfolded. She doesn't know that she's actually showing up to the wedding.
Oh,
It
you
is
did
so
show me that.
beautiful.
That
And
shit
then I
was
cried,
tough.
and I'm like, ah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so he
so
straight up
So she
forced
showed
her
so
up
into
to
a
the
wedding.
no, so he proposed in a nice little setting, nothing too crazy.
Mhm.
And she's like, yes, and he's like, all right, cool. First part check, we good.
Mhm.
And so
He's like, let's
the
get married.
engagement party, yeah, she walks up, pretty much, but everyone's
Blindfolded.
there, parents, friends, everybody.
don't know.
Blindfold walks up, and then boom, there's our
She's at the altar, and
straight
Honestly, that
up.
sounds beautiful, but that's a trap if I ever heard one. That
Well,
shit is like, yo,
put it
I'm
like
not-
this though. Put it like this. He rich as fuck. Like
I bet.
they ain't no.
I don't know if he was rich as fuck, but I know she had kids and he didn't, and he was like, "Oh, get married
Let's
to
do
you
this.
and
Let me
your
tell-
kids."
So
Like,
the
it was so
smartest
cute.
thing was for her to say yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's the smartest thing, wow. No. I
But
think,
Don't say wow,
it is
Randy.
beautiful.
You
It's
gotta
like
think like that
Duncan
now.
games, Duncan.
honestly, I think honestly,
Wedding.
it sounds beautiful. It sounds like a
It really
true
was.
memorable thing.
It gets me crying, guys. That means
Every
it's
time.
good. And what is the movie? Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, that movie will get Janet
Oh.
every time. No, for me, the one I remember is the one that they did like at a movie theater. Like I just
Oh, that
thought it
the,
was the
that the
coolest one.
guy was in
The
movie?
the dude was the trailer and he was doing the whole
Oh,
That was a
thing
good
and
one.
that was cute.
and like he walked in and then it was like boom, he was at the movie theater and it was a proposal. I thought that was really
That
cool,
was
and I always
cute.
remember that. Like it's been copied like 19,000 times since. Like I swear I've seen like 17 different videos where they're like, "It's a movie trailer. Oh my god, it's a proposal."
That's
Like
cute.
not original.
Y está
Knock it
fuera, no,
off.
it's like a little out drive up.
You know,
Yeah.
if you would have proposed to me like in this time of year and with what's happening, I would have said yes in an empty
With the
movie
pandemic?
theater. Yeah, because these movie theaters are empty, so just me and
Oh, I
Randy.
thought you meant like I feel like everybody right now in a way realizes that they don't want to be alone or that they do want to be alone, and whoever realizes they don't want to be alone, they're like, I'll latch on to anybody, let me forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see that. How about you, Sean?
Or
Is there-
you realize you hate your spouse and you kick them out. That's one or
Oh,
the other. That's
I
what's
thought
happening.
you were gonna go to the extreme and you murder him and that's it. like yo, shit.
And then we go on the episode of First 48.
How about you, Sean? Is there one that you remember, or is that?
I'll be
the same
honest.
one?
I just really like mine because
Yeah.
it was
It
me.
was
I was
cute.
in the moment. I'm the one that's asking.
I like that.
So I'm like, fuck it. Like, don't get me wrong. There's beautiful ones, and I'm like, damn, I wish I had the money or the time or the creativity to do a lot of those. Me, I'm not that much of a creative person when it comes to things.
It's
like
not the
that.
creativity
no,
though,
So-
it's the money. You get someone to create the
I
moment.
think once you have
Yeah.
the money, it's true. You can have almost anything.
But no,
creative,
but no, there's people that are average, whatever,
Mhm.
and
No,
they're creative with
And
it.
honestly, in your case, I agree. I think it was beautiful. It was your first
Because
time going.
It was my,
to Puerto
it was,
Rico.
yeah.
It
I
was-
was first time to the motherland, all that good stuff, and I was like, yo, like, this is the first time I've ever gone on my knee, asking for something,
Yeah.
and I'm really asking hey, I'm asking for you to trust me to take care of you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so for me, that's why for me is just
That's
mine's cool.
No,
I
I
don't
can
give
see
a
that. I can see that. No, it definitely was special. I remember. It was a good time.
shit.
for
Sean
me,
wasn't
too.
even crying.
Yeah, I'm just
Sean
kidding.
always cries.
So, yeah, I was like,
yeah,
shut
baby, I
I'm
love
like,
you.
stop
You cry
crying,
for the
you little
both of
bitch.
us.
Yeah.
I like it.
You put on a tough movie, I'm like, God damn
I
it,
get
I
up,
gotta
I'm
get out
like,
the room.
What
Stop
did we
crying.
watch the other day? The Color Purple.
Ooh, The Color Purple gets
I
you.
hadn't seen all of it. That
That
was too
that
much.
we go watch The Color Purple
and
one
you
week,
were all hungover
and
that day.
and I was hungover, so I couldn't hold back my emotions. So because I'm sick, so I'm like, God damn, babe, please pause this shit. I gotta go. I gotta leave. Like I got. And then we watched Legends of the Fall just recently, and that shit chokes
What
me
is
up.
that? That sounds
You know what?
familiar.
I'm not
It's a
gonna
Brad
lie.
Pitt with Anthony Hopkins. It's an older film. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Seen it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's something that happens with age, but I swear to God, I'm way more emotional now in movies.
Yo.
It's
Like, I'll
because
be
you are
crying
now
all
in
the
love
fucking
and you
time.
know what
When
love
do you
is,
cry?
Randy.
Dude, all the time. I'll be watching movies
You
and I'll just
never
be like,
cry.
Randy,
shit.
Randy, it's
No, I
because
don't-
we're in love. Because I tell Sean, I was like, I would
No.
watch all these movies before. Like, I didn't care. But
Well,
now
the
I'm
thing
like,
is, I think there's so much.
"Ah."
So here's the thing. Like, obviously, I don't make a scene when I'm like tearing up in movies. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God.
But you
Like,
get
I don't do
choked
that.
up.
Yo, I
You're
do.
like, I felt
No.
algo. What
on
was
some,
this?
Yo, Randy, on some
And then you
movies, I be
chase
like
it.
an outburst sometimes, like,
No.
like,
Sean said
Randy's
that
eyes
he
are
likes
get glossy, and that's
movies.
it.
No, there'll be tears that drop, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, it happens.
What
but
movies?
a ton of them.
I
Like,
think, didn't you
almost
cry
anything.
during Cloud?
District 9
Cloud
got me.
I think the thing is this. I realize, and I think this Janet is onto something. I think is the life experiences. Because now I got a
Mhm.
dog, and I love him. Like,
Oh
you know.
my God,
So like
yes.
anything with the dog,
We can't
like, oh
watch
my
Marley
God,
and
I'm
Me.
like, oh my God, I haven't seen
Oh,
Marley and
what
Me.
was that
I've
We
never
did.
seen
We
it.
saw A Dog's Purpose
A
in
Dog's
Chicago.
Purpose, that
yo,
shit was
we actually
getting
watched
me.
that all
Cried
together
that.
in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
that is true though, because before I was like, I have that mindset of like, oh no, the dog stays outside, like the dog isn't on
Yeah.
my bed, and now I'm like, my dog is my life,
Yeah.
and I can't watch dog stuff.
well,
I'm like,
I'm just a Pisces and emotional,
yeah.
so
Random
I
stuff
don't
gets
give
you,
No,
baby,
but
and
like,
sometimes
I
like I realize
I
now
wonder
why.
if it's that. I wonder if it's like life experiences plus age equals
It.
like we
I don't
cry
think
over
it's
all
age.
these
It's just
movies.
because you're like, oh, I care for someone, and I see the movie, and
No, it's
I
like,
would
yeah,
like
it's like all that.
losing
Like,
them.
no,
Relate
now
to
even
the
like
situation.
Yes.
even like friendships and stuff be happening, and I'm like, yo, like that's pretty dope, you know. And then
Mhm.
I'm like a tear over here. I'm like,
Like Time
yo,
Traveler's Wife.
like what was I watching
Now
the
The
other
Vow
day?
too. I can't watch The Vow.
What was I was watching something that was just kind of like whatever, but
the
then I
Val's
was
kind
like,
of corny.
yeah,
The Vow got me now.
Vow.
I
And this
saw
is the
that
guy
before I
saying that.
met you.
And this is a guy saying
Because you
that,
hate
and I
Channing
don't, and I.
Tatum because he can't act. But Rachel McAdams is.
I'm sure
was
he's a
in
great
it.
guy, but he just don't get me.
She will.
That was
Rachel
a good
McAdams
movie.
gets me every time.
Well,
actually talking about that, movies I think is what set up all these freaking like false expectations around proposals.
Yes.
Like they be doing all this shit with
and
movies.
porn with
You know-
sex.
What I'll say
Yes.
about movies is, I think. What?
I'm like, yes.
You tell
Well,
me.
it depends
You
on what
tell
you
me
watch,
what.
Sean.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna
love that
get too
just said
vulgar.
it
I ain't gonna get
twice.
too. I ain't gonna
Porn
get too
with
explicit.
sex. What else is porn? Is it not sex?
Violencia sexual.
He's like porn with sex.
No. Porn is setting up wrong expectations when it comes to sex. No, it's true.
right.
For some people, because there's some people that be doing way more than what. I'm just kidding.
Well,
No, but
back to the movies because I
Yes,
was in the
yes.
middle of a thought and all I heard was porn and sex. What?
I'm just saying, it's a statistic. These guys are having false expectations, making these girls go through things they don't want to go through. It's
For
a-
You,
free?
you said
For
the
free.
guys are
That
having
is
false
not-
expectations?
The thing is,
What
porn
about
you get
us?
paid. Girls be doing
Oh,
too much for
here's
free.
the thing. Here's the thing with girls. Girls, they actually have an expectation and they're real about it. They
Most
they
of
know
the
what's going
time.
on. You know,
Oh,
once
I was
once
thinking
the,
about physical expectations.
I feel like this
I'm like,
because I look at it like this. Pants come off, they already know what the expectation is now. That's the first part. The second part is now how long he
You
gonna do
know,
it for.
in the
Yeah.
porn industry, there's a fluffer. Is that what they call
Yes,
it? The
a
one
fluffer.
that keeps the dude hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, half
That's
the
his
job,
job.
is already
oh my
done.
gosh, you told
Well,
me about
not
you
just
read
that,
about
not just that,
this.
but if a guy busts a nut, they say cut, wait for this motherfucker to
Cut.
get ready,
Yeah, let's
and
give him 30
let's
How
go.
minutes.
much is that fluffer getting paid?
Are you trying to
The-
get that job?
No,
Jenny?
because that makes me more upset. I'm already upset
Janice
that
like-
girls be
I'm
doing
like,
porn for
I'm like,
free.
baby, you want some more money? Because
But I'm
I need a
These
fluffer.
It
fluffers
is-
ain't getting paid enough.
Janice
For
like,
real.
stay up, stay up.
I'm like, that ain't a problem for
These
me.
fluffers ain't
No,
getting paid
I'm not
enough.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I know there's a lot of movie in the porn industry, but I don't think you could pay me fucking enough to try to
It's a
To
fluff.
be a
to
fluffer.
do that. I don't fucking think I can.
Is there a fluffer for women?
Well, lubricant maybe. I don't know. That's gonna. That might be a little easy. Throw
You
a little
know,
KY on that shit.
Because-
Good.
I don't think we know enough about it.
Yeah,
to-
we don't know.
No,
I
I
guess
think
I have to,
no. Like
open my horizons.
Maybe we'll do some research and come
legit,
back with another episode.
legit,
and then on the title will say porn
Fluffing.
It's sex.
legit. I think we've gone
coming
way
to a town near you.
Porn is sex. That's
I don't know
what
how
it
this
is.
relates to engagements.
legit. Yeah, we've gone off the rails.
Fuck.
Yes, back to proposals. So I was gonna say the only expectation that I've ever gotten from a movie, because I don't really care about like like I said, the whole grand gesture stuff that just gives me anxiety. It's more of the words, from a man telling you that they love you,
See
that they
that.
can't live
How are
without
you an
you.
Aquarius?
I haven't heard that till this day.
See, honestly, I think that's the biggest.
I don't know, like this fake Aquarius life Reina lives. Like they changed her
That's
birth
my
certificate.
expectation. I've always wanted to hear someone.
I'm not
You're
gonna
the love
lie.
of my life.
I think
LOML.
the proposals I could almost live with, like the grand gestures. I'm like, okay, a lot of people do that, but the whole like, I just want to. Can we talk? Yeah. Hey, I just want to let you know that from the bottom of my heart, you're the best thing that's ever fucking happened to me, and the stars and the beautifuls. And I'm like, dude, like nobody fucking talks like that. It just doesn't happen.
People no,
No, they
people,
do.
Some people do.
Pisces talk like that.
Pisces
I
talk like
talk
that?
like that.
All
Randy
right.
doesn't. He writes it down
Shit.
every.
I can write it down.
few
But-
times a year.
But with me, with Sean, I don't say that he overdoes it, but sometimes I'm like, do you really feel like that? Or like you just saying because you think I want to hear that? So it is a.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Randy
that dude.
wouldn't even
The
say
toss
it if
up
he thought I
there.
would want to hear.
I
Yeah.
don't think I could say
Because he
that.
knows. He
like,
knows I want to hear. He still
When
doesn't say it.
Rena asked me, she's like, "Can you tell me something nice?" I'm like, "No."
I'm like, I give you foods, I give you sleeps.
Gives
Like,
you-
I don't know.
Because I give you fluffs.
I give you fluff. Anyways,
No.
I
There's
think-
there's a few quotes that.
I think we've hit everything we're supposed to hit on this topic
And more.
and more. Probably stuff we
Above and
shouldn't have
beyond over
gotten
here.
into. So, anyways, really though, I would want to hear from you guys though. Let us know in the comments. What do you think about proposals in general? What do
How
you think
did you
about?
propose?
Yeah, how did you
Mhm.
propose? What what do you think of women proposing to
I
men?
mean,
Men
if you want to
proposing.
propose on the podcast, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We can make that happen for sure.
Yo, well, real quick, there's a quick quote I want to say. Then it's from the movie Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
hear. it.
All right.
That movie's too much.
Now, hopefully, I don't stumble on these words because I'm not the best reader either. So if you
You
guys
got
want
one
to make
take.
fun, I know. I only have one take, but it ain't that. For Second Corinthians, love is blind, love is deep, all that shit. All right. But yo, it goes like this, and so sometimes I don't write my own shit, but sometimes I hear shit, I gotta rewrite that shit. But and this is kind of corny, but I love it. So Meet Joe Black, Anthony Hopkins, he's the old guy in it. His name in the show is William Parrish. He's a rich cat in it. Anyways, it goes, love is passion, obsession, someone you can't live without. I say fall head over heels. Find someone you can love like crazy and who will love you the same way back. How do you find that person? Well, you forget your head, you listen to your heart, and I'm not hearing any heart because he's telling his daughter because she's like not looking like she's too interested in this other guy, and she said because the truth is there's no sense living your life without this. To make the journey to not fall deeply in love, well, you haven't lived life at all. But if you can at least try, because if you haven't tried, you haven't lived. And I look at that whole thing and I'm like, yo, that just one little paragraph is like, yo, like just reach.
Mhm.
Lame.
And that's and that to me is an engagement. So that's why I feel like these girls, if they feel they're so in love, reach, go
Yeah.
get it,
And
because
that
that's
movie
what
was
we
only
good.
good after I fell in love with you. That movie was not like
Yeah,
that
it's like
great
that
on a
bef-
love
before
level
us, that
before.
movie was trash.
Yeah, yes, Randy, yes. Like I was like that movie was whatever.
No, yeah, for reals though. But
Pero ya que está enamorada, I was like, it's
yeah, no, let us know.
But at the same time, fuck that shit too.
fuck-
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh.
no, I really want to know what people think. Let us know in the comments. What's a cool proposal story you've seen? What I don't know. What have you been involved in? What are your proposal stories? We want to hear it. What do you think of women proposing to men? What do you think of all of it? Just let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all of it.